The Seven Deadly Sins, chapter 116, Nanatsu no Taisai episode, and we finally get to see Meliodas kicking ass with his legendary sacred treasure. Apparently needs to activate it. And once he activates it, his slashing power is insane. It's I think it's absolutely stronger than the last time. He slices Albion's either arm into meat pieces. But it turns out Albion is a beast that can what's that word? Adapt. So he switches into different holes to fire different flames, knowing that Meliodas can only reflect one attack at a time. However, then something very strange happens. Meliodas seemingly multiplies, or is he moving at such a high speed that we see after images? It's known for a fact that Meliodas is fast as the speed of sound, but still. Or is this another effect of the lost vein? We all know for a fact that the sacred treasures drawn out the power of everyone, so this could very well be that lost vein's power, an effect to duplicate Meliodas, no meaning that he can use full counter at its fullest, making it extremely dangerous. Well, perhaps. Either way, he just full counters it, and everyone is shocked, except Diana and Merlin, who just smiles. With that one, with 5 flames, full countered reflected, with lost vein, well, let's just say there is no torso left for Albion. And what the heck was that attack Meliodas did? Indeed. We're then switching off back to the jerk-ass fairy place, where he plans to leave Oslo there in the forest, and leave the forest because he no longer needs them. And Jericho, on the other hand, well, you're not really sure if where she will go. Because even though the fairies do not want her there, she doesn't want to be anywhere else because she's feeling so weak. As the forest continues to grow, like it's like it's a wound healing, one of the fairies, a female one named Ende, reveals that Ban is every few years feeding the forest his blood, since his blood carries the elixir, because we learned that the Fountain of Youth was the only thing that could really make this forest continue to bloom, because according to King, it could not have bloomed this far in such a few years, and the secret is Ban's blood. And here we see another side of the fairy that makes the people, I think, hate them even more. Wise, well, not a wise really. What's that? What's that name of that? Advisor fairy congratulates Ban, but Ban just says he does this for Elaine, not for them, which is actually pretty true. The fairy's name is somehow called Gerard or whatever. Huh. You have to admit to this author, he has a tendency to give male names to many female characters. Both Jericho, Merlin, and now Gerard. Apparently, this Gerard served the previous generations of fairy kings. But apparently the only reason a fairy king exists is because the fairy king is a title that the people choose. No, it's a title that the sacred tree choose to a fairy, which means that king was chosen by the sacred tree, which is why he can utilize Shastafal's true power, because he is chosen. But Banya says he's not worthy of that. And here's the strange thing is, this Gerard says, of course you are. Of course, after all, you're just a human. Harlequin on hand will be fit to a king. You're nothing more than nourishment for this forest. You thought the fairies couldn't get even more douchey. Now you're wrong. Their douchiness just continue. Ever since they show themselves, a lot of people are getting them hate, saying that they're hypocrites and all that stuff. And now we have a fairy who just straight up in Ban's face tells him he's useless, and he's only there He's only giving them this because they need to survive for the forest. No wonder Elaine was so unhappy with all this. This is not kind fairies that can read their hearts. They are nothing more than selfish creatures. But whatever, maybe they were gonna learn a lesson because the forest begins to shake again. A new albino beast is heading towards the Fairy King forest. Only this one is not big, fat, and brawny. This one is thin and extremely long. But we promise us action next week, which is happiness, because we finally see what next chapter is called, The Two Fairy Kings, which means that the Fairy Kings, Ban and King, will team up to destroy this creature. Will the fairies finally learn some manners? Will Ban straight up in their face saying, I hate you guys. I'm only reviving Elaine and taking her away from this because I cannot stand you guys, or something else. And will even Jericho learn some kind of power in this crisis? Who knows? Basically, this was a good chapter. I had an awesome quick moment, and the fact that we're switching back to Ban and King is also pretty welcome because even though we're not sure what we're gonna get from those jackass fairies, I hope we can give something. I hope even TV Troops can write something about these fairy clan because now we have some more information on them. That's basically this episode chapter. Give me your thoughts if you have any.